Yeah, I'm going to show you how to mow grass in Farming Simulator 25. It's not that difficult, but there are some tools that make it a little bit easier and a bit more useful in terms of if you want to pick up the grass and either turn it into hay and have hay bales, or if you want to keep it as grass bales and perhaps turn that into silage. So let's talk about mowing grass, and then I'll cover the other things in separate videos. So this is a field, and if you want to start learning how to mow grass or how to handle grass and experiment with it, the fast track to doing this is, rather than plant it and wait for it there, you can just buy a field. So if we hit escape and look at crop types here, make sure that grass is activated, and if you turn it on and off here, you can see which fields are ready to harvest on the start farm of Riverbend Springs, and then you can simply buy one of these fields. So this is a nice big field right near the shop here, and I'm going to play around with this one. So if we just move me here, we can buy it for 225,000. So I'm going to do that so we can mow the grass straight away. So that's now mine. I am now free to mow it. So we now need to buy some sort of mowing equipment to mow the grass. So if you hit the shortcut for that, which is P, and then when you're on here, have a little look at different things. So there's a few different ways you could do this. I'm going to show you one way, and whether you want to go with that, that's entirely up to you. But I'm going to get myself a tractor. I'm going to get the John Deere 6R just because I like this tractor. But you can use any tractor. A little small tractor can pull a mower, no problem, or there are indeed dedicated mowers, which I'll also talk about as well. So you're going to lease this if you just want to play with it. That'll set you back 10 grand, so we'll do that. The other thing is I need to get a mower. So if we hit escape and go back, when we're looking at this, escape again, we've got all these different things here. And if you keep going through, what you should find is stuff for grassland. And we've got mowers, tedders, windrowers, and I'll talk about all these in separate videos. But mowers is what we're interested in. Now you can see in here there is a giant machine for mowing, and if you want to go full hog, you know, this bad boy will mow really nicely for you. Or you can go with all these different mowers, and there are mowers that you can just do a little bit of mowing, like this one here. So this has got 3 meters. It can go on the front of your tractor if you wish, and you can mow with that. Or you can combine it with a mower at the back as well. So this will increase that. So this will go either side of your tractor at the back and give you a bigger mowing kind of area. Now there is a more advanced mower here. You can see this one's a lot more, but this has quite a cool function, and you can either use this or not, and I'm going to talk about the differences, but I'm going to go for these ones. Or you can have a mower that goes out at the side of the tractor here, and other ones here, and you'll see they vary by width. So this one is 7.3 meters wide, but the ones I'm going to show you are these two here. So we're going to get this one, so I'm going to lease this. I will just show you the one that goes to the side as well, just so you can see what that looks like. So we'll get that one, we'll get this one, and we'll get the one that goes to the side as well if you want it to work that way. This one, so you can see this one's quite cheap as well. So you can see 841 just to lease that one. Okay, so let's go off to the shop and find that trusty tractor. I'm hitting tab to go through all my vehicles. There's the John Deere 6R, and here is the gear. So let's exit out here and have a little look at this. So this is a mower that you can stick on the front of your tractor. This is a mower that you stick on the back, and you can see quite a chunky device, and this one also would stick on the back of the tractor. So let's put these on and see how this works. So we'll just jump in here. I'll change the view so we can see a little bit better what's going on. I'm going to show you that one at the back first. So this is one that you could, if you just need to do a little bit of mowing, maybe you'd go with this one. So we connect that with Q as we reverse in. And if I lower the mower, or rather unfold it first, or on the left hand side you see it says unfold X, this would then go here, and then we would mow away here. So once we've unfolded it, we lower it with V, and then we turn it on with B, and then you'd be mowing away like this quite happily, no problem. So once you're done with it, you turn off the mower with B, you lift the mower with V, and then fold it, and then you transport it off. Now, like I say, I want to do quite a bit of mowing, so I'm going to go with the bigger contraption. So let's unclip that and have a little look at these other ones. So I'm going to put the front one on first, just to make it easier to handle everything. And this gets slightly more complicated, but not a lot. And you will see why I decided to go for this one over the other one in a moment. So we'll connect this here, and then we'll go forwards and grab the mower here. So we'll just go forwards here, and reverse in, and connect the other one with Q. So that is our gear ready to go. So before we unfold it, I will drive that off to the field. If we have a little look here, you can see I need to go along here and then across there to that field. So I'll do that and then I will come back to you when we're at field 84. Okay, so we're at field 84 here, and there's a couple of ways you can work with the mower here. If you just want it to be mown and you don't want to do it, you can activate the AI worker on the left-hand side. It says activate AI worker for H, or press H, and they would then work on this field for you. That's fine if you want to do that. You can also mow willy-nilly if you want. So if you're intending to gather the sort of grass up later and either convert it into hay, you could just leave it sort of haphazardly and use something to collect it. So if we look at the shop again, there's different things that you can use. You can use a windrower to gather the hay together in piles, if you're, or rather the grass first, if we're keeping it as grass. Or if you want to turn it into hay, you can spread it around a bit more and help it dry quicker with one of these. This is a tedder, which I'll probably show that in a separate video. So if you're going to do that, it doesn't really matter whether you're going to pile stuff up because you're going to spread it out again and help it dry anyway. But if you are intending to make bales, you can make your life a little bit easier with this mowing equipment that I've got here, and I'm going to talk about that. So if we just have a little look at the mode on the left-hand side, if we hold down H like it says, this shows how the AI worker would handle this field. And the reason why we're going in straight lines here is so you would get nice swaths of grass afterwards, which you can then turn into grass bales. If you're interested in hay bales, you wouldn't do this. So you spread it all out first, use the tedder, then gather it with the windrower, and then turn it into hay bales. So that's the way I would work. Or you could just pick up the hay with a forage harvester. But I'm going to show you how we'd work this way and turn it into swaths of grass that we could turn into grass bales. So once you've got this all active like this, you go OK, and then what we should, sorry, I forgot to turn it on, hold H. We'll say yes, we want to do that, OK, and then what we should see is we've got all of these lines that appear, and this is showing you how you would handle this field of grass. And what it's basically saying is, look, we need to go around the edge here because we've not got much turning room. So after we've done these big straight lines, that's how we'd handle it. Now let me show you why this mower is pretty cool. So we've got two things here. We've got control group up the top left, and if I hit that G button that it talks about, it switches from the front to the back there as I hit that button. Can you see there's a little icon that changes to bright white? So that's the back, that's the front. And then I can unfold this. You can see it says with X, so just like we unfolded the other mower. Then I can lower it with V, and then I can turn this on in a minute when I'm ready. Now I need to do the same with the back, so we hit the G button, and then we unfold the mower with X, and we lower the mower with V. And then what we're going to do is start working with this mower. So if I leave it as it is now and I start going forwards, I'm obviously going to be not doing it until I do the mower on. So we're going to turn the mower on with B. Then I'm going to hit G and turn the mower on with B there as well. And if I hit that G again, what I want you to look at on the left-hand side, you see it says mode wide spreading. And we're going to keep that on for the minute. I'm just going to show you the difference between these. So if we do that, we go forwards. I've hit H to activate the lane. The green line is where my tractor is now going to drive. And the blue line is showing where we are actually going to mow to. So kind of like the max width of the mowing that we're doing here. And you can see we're getting these three kind of piles of grass as we go forwards. Now, if you're going to turn it into hay, this is how you would leave it. You'd leave it on wide spreading, happy days, and you just keep going forwards like this. And some of that you could gather into hay bales fairly easily. You can see we've got fairly reasonable row in the middle there. But if we wanted to tighten that up, so if we were going to do grass bales, I'll show you a different one, but I'm going to keep this one loose, and then on the way back in a second I will show you how we can adjust this so we have something a little easier to manage if we're going to be baling this. So we're getting to the end of this row here, so what I can do now is lift the mower up. So when I get to the point where I want to lift them up, I hit the V command, and then I hit G, and I'll lift the other one as well, V, and that just stops me trashing everything else out here. So remember that sort of line there that just turned orange, that's the last one that I would do once I'm happy with all of these long lines. But I need to try and turn around here so we're ready to mow again here. So I'm turning until that lane shows orange, then H to activate it. And then I'm going to lower the mower again, so V, and then G and V again. But I'm going to change the one on that back one. So you see it says wide spreading. If I hit Control Y, I can go to swath dropping, left swath or right swath. So I'm going to go with swath dropping first, just so you can see how this works. So because the lane is activated, as I hit forwards, we move into position here. But look what's going on with the mower now. So now we've got this central kind of look, or rather swath, which makes baling much, much easier because we've got this nice pile. But again, you would only do this if you're going to be collecting grass bales rather than hay bales, because this isn't going to dry that great. We kind of messed it up in the windrower that we use, or the tedder, sorry, the tedder, not the windrower. The tedder would mess this all up again, and it'd probably have a bit of difficulty spreading it out. So only do this if you're going to be doing the grass bales. But this is why this mower is nice over the cheaper one, because it can adjust it this way. Now, it also has a couple of other modes, which you can either change the swath to the left or the right. Bizarrely, the right shows it on the left and the left shows it on the right. And if you want to switch to those, you just hit Control Y to go through those. But that's what you would do, my friends. You just keep going like that, mowing your field, and that's how you do it. That's how to mow grass in Farming Simulator 25. I think that probably gives you enough information on how to do it. I will also show how to make grass bales and hay bales and all those sort of things in other videos. So if you need help with that, have a little look around my channel. But again, as we get to the edge here, you can see why we need that header, because we've run right out of space there. We hit that and we lift the other one there, and then we turn around and continue the process. Hopefully that helps you out. If it did, thumbs up, much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need more help with the game, do let me know with what, or have a little look around the channel, and please subscribe. Thanks.